Last week, the McNeese match over a much improved McNeese team, pretty young team but very talented, big and physical. We knew what to expect, I think, with them. Us going 4 was, we thought it was going to be a battle back and forth. I think they hit 500 or something like that in the second set, in the set that we lost. I think kind of the message to the team there was, it's not us defensively. We don't normally allow teams to go off quite like that offensively. So we had to kind of go back to some of the fundamental things that we do within our defense. Kind of just retreat back to some of those things that we've been trained and things that we've executed for pretty much the whole season. So I felt like that was the difference in coming out in the third and the fourth set. Thursday we were out without Ashley Elrod, who's kind of developed into a big part of our offense and our defense as well. So playing without her made things a little bit different. I think probably the thing that stood out to me in that match was Mackenzie Neely really stepped up. She played despite being sick. She has 2 sets of warm-ups before the match. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to play her or not, but she, with the fever and all that, performed real well. I think she had 8 or 9, 10 kills, somewhere in that range, hit high 300s. So that was good. Stacey DiFrancesco playing banged up. So we're at the point right now in the season where, and I'm sure we're not the only team that's like this, that's a little bit beat up, sick, nicked up here and there, tendonitis things, and so we're trying to work through some of that and give some players some rest. Went into Saturday's match against Nichols, kind of trying to do the same thing, as hoping to rest Mackenzie, hoping to rest Stacey, but first set didn't turn out quite the way we had hoped, and just went back to our normal lineup in the last 3 sets. Again, Mackenzie Neely, I thought, stepped up real well after sitting the first set, coming in a little bit cold. Hit over 400. She hit over 400 for the week with 20-some kills, I think it was. So her play, I thought, this last week was crucial. It's good to see that out of her because she's been in and out, and she's somebody who's been playing with an injury and not performing, I think, probably like she would like to be. But she does have her crucial moments, she has throughout the season. And I thought that, this past week was a great time for her to really excel. And she, kind of, I don't know if she put the team on her back, but she certainly, stepped in where some people were hurt and provided some offense and some efficiency that was much needed. Keeley's play, recently she broke the career digs record, early in her junior year. Broke the career record here, so that was exciting for us to recognize her on Thursday. Obviously well deserved, and actually a little surprising, I think, for all of us that she broke it this soon in her career. Just shows you what a tremendous player she is. And leading the conference right now in digs per set. Not a surprise, and I've said this before, we've got a lot of very good liberos in our conference, so for her to be able to stand out and lead our conference in that number, it really speaks to her talents. It kind of shows also in our opponent hitting percentage. I think we're ranked 2nd in the conference in opponent hitting percentage. So she kind of keys a lot of that. She's been tremendous lately. We played her a little bit mid-back. I think it was on Thursday night, just to kind of change our look some. But yeah, it's exciting to see her continue to play at a high level. Her passing has really come along. I think, when people look at liberos, a lot of times they'll look at those dig numbers. I think that the things that don't go noticed from an outsider's perspective is how well, these players pass, and Keeley's passing over a 2-3 right now, digging over 75-80%. And I think, another thing that happens with her that really benefits our team is that she takes that second ball. When our setter digs the first ball, she takes that second ball and she puts that ball in the window on a very consistent basis. A lot of that probably has to do with the fact that she used to be a setter. So she knows where hitters need the ball. Very skilled, very precise with where she can put the ball in all kinds of crazy body positions, but it's just something that she's able to do, and she's just so athletic and so instinctive that she almost makes it look easy. Back on the road this week, two very strong teams, Houston Baptist. They'll both provide, I guess, a little bit different challenges for us. HBU is real strong in the middle, two very talented players in the middle, and that's where, I don't want to say they get most of their offense, but that's probably drives their offense. So the focus for that match will be maybe a little bit different than Corpus, who has great pin players. So first time playing at HBU, so that will be a challenge. New gym for everybody. So I don't know how we prepare for that other than, we just prepare for the team. Corpus Christi, different type of challenge. Great pin players, great ball control, solid setting. And they play well at home. And so us traveling down there, even though we're familiar with that gym and playing there, I think there's a challenge in just the trip itself. But it'll be a good match. It's a very well coached team. I've got a lot of respect for that staff. Solid all around. So it's an important week. HBU and Corpus are both real strong. Corpus is, I think, sitting there at 8-1 right now after last night. Sitting with one loss, just like we are. So that will be crucial. And then HBU is another strong program that I think was picked fourth or somewhere in that range preseason. They've got new setting this year, so I think as the season moves along, as we're watching film on them from week to week, I think their offense is starting to click more and more and more. So again, a real challenging weekend. We're looking forward to it. It's the time of the year where these matches become more and more important. I think with our record the way it is now, it becomes even more important. So yesterday was a good practice. We're looking forward to another 2 good solid days of practice, and we'll see where we go.